Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So I have a new mold. I finally have something for Valentine's Day-ish type thing. So it is a little stand, and it's I Heart You, and it says, I love my life because it gave me you. I love you because you are my life. And it's got like a little flower. So what we're going to do is there's shiny parts and then there's matte parts. So I'm going to do the rose, the words, like around the hearts, like these flat spots. I'm going to try to do the words in red glitter and UV. So I pulled out the Let's Resin. It's the dark colored UV resin kit, 18 colors by Let's Resin. So I pulled that out. I'm going to see how it looks if I do the red and then I add the glitter to it. And I've got my double-sided UV light right here by Let's Resin. I love that thing. And then for the leaves and the stems, I've got two different greens. I've got an olive green and a green. And I pulled out two different glitters. And these I got at Michael's. I don't even know if they have these anymore, but this is like a lighter gold green blue, and this is more of a darker. Does it even have a color on it? No color. So it's just like a dark green. So I'm going to see how the red does first, because we have the most of that to do. And then after it cures, I'm going to fill it with clear, and I'm going to fill the base with clear, because that should give us like a frosted look, I'm hoping. So I am going to put my gloves on, even though I don't plan on touching it, but just to be on the safe side. UV resin doesn't seem to bother me as much as the regular resin. So I did have a breakout on my hand, but we're just gonna plug away and try to go through it. So I'm just, let me shake this up. Actually, let me stir it. It's going to be easier if I take a stick. Maybe we'll just take one of these, and I'm just going to stir that up. And so I don't know. This is, to me, is looking more of like a pink. All right, before I go too crazy, I'm going to put a little bit of the red glitter in, because I might just stick with my initial plan and just use like regular UV clear, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with the regular. And I know I'm going to need quite a bit of this because, you know, I want to go all the way around it. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I think that's gonna be, I think it's a little bit thinner than the other one, so let's just do it this way. And I do have my scribe out. So let's see, I'm just gonna, I guess we'll start with the rose and see how it goes. Because like I said, I only want to do the areas that I know it's going to be shiny, because there's would be really no point putting it on the matte side. I'm just hoping that I have enough of this glitter in here. And then I'll just take a scraper after and we'll go over the tops. So how has everybody been? We are due for some snow again tomorrow. Not much. We've actually been dodging the bullet. Thank goodness. I mean, we still have snow on the ground, but it's not, you know, it's not a ton of snow. It's just basically so you can see that, you know, the ground's white. It's more ice than anything. We'd get a snowstorm and then we'll get like 2 rainstorms behind it. So that I don't like. I'd rather have snow, but you know, you can't control Mother Nature. So I'm just hoping, you know, and glitter usually settles. So by the time I get to the end, I'm hoping the glitter will have sank to the front. So the words, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this glitter in there, because it's really, really tiny. All right, let me get oh, wait a minute. I got this might work better. And then hopefully I can clean up anything after I cure it. But I don't know. This seems to be working good, guys. Oh. Yeah, I think that's gonna... I think that is gonna work. All right. So I'm just gonna keep going with the red before I do the green. And then I'll just cure this whole thing under the light while I get my resin mixed up. I don't know how much this takes. So I'm going to mix 4 ounces. I don't think it will take more than that. I hope. I mean, I'd rather have too much than not enough, but we'll see, because I just got this in today. Now, I could have measured it, you know, with water or alcohol, but I decided to clean my room, and then I did a painting for my other channel. So if you guys like to watch paintings come to life, I do have another channel. So if you want to, and that's just Easeldoesitstudio paintings. So very easy to remember. So I did do, it's another acrylic one. So I try to, you know, do a little bit of both, acrylic and oil, so. All right, so that's looking good. So I am almost thinking I really want to get these letters in, but I'm just gonna, we'll do a section and I will see if it's gonna sink in there, and then I can scrape the top. I'm hoping. And if not, I will just clean it out, and then we'll have to, you know, like paint them after or something. I don't know. All right, let me just try that and see. Oh, this is going to work beautifully, guys. Absolutely. Okay. And there are some little spots, so I'm going to go over it. And I'm just going to smush it around. I'll do a little smushy smush. And then once I clean it, I can go back, you know, if it needs a little bit more, I can just do a little bit more. So I was actually, my first thought was to do this in red and then do the rest in like a black holographic glitter. But then when I realized that these part right in here is going to be matte, I'm like, nah. So I'm going to do it in the clear, and hopefully it looks like frosted glass. I was going to put some crushed crystal, but I don't even think that will show on the mat. So we'll just pour it clear for this time and see how it comes out. And then I can always, you know, we'll do some more anyways. So try a couple different ways of doing this. I also ordered a few molds off Temu. So I can't wait to get those. All right, I'm gonna start up at the top. So maybe, okay, this is gonna work better. Smushing this like over those letters, and that way it will fill that in. And that way these words will be completely embedded, so we won't have to do, you know, anything when we demold it. Well, unless I decide to put some bling or something on it, but we'll see. All right, now let me just... The E needs a little bit more. All right, now hey, that's working too, because those letters are deep enough. There we go. Sweet. All right. Now we're just going to go around the hearts. And I'll probably end up having to mix more, but we'll see. And you just want to make sure that you, that it's not pulling away anywhere, because if it is, then you need more. And then we'll just take our little scraper and we'll go around the edges. And like I got some on the side there, so we will just clean that up. And I wanted it thick, but I don't want it too thick that it won't cure either. And by putting it in with the scribe, you can make sure you're getting the edges. So hopefully we get no bubbles in there. All right, let me... All right, and I know I'm gonna need more, so I might as well get some mixed up now. Whoa. Yeah, that was way too much. Now, let's see what that does. And that is still too thick. Let's see. Let's see if it... I think it's still a little thick. I just want to make sure that it's going to cure. All right, I guess we're going to go with it. I mean, it's pretty thin. And then we'll just have to go through and clean up again. Sorry guys, if you hear my scanner. And what I'll do is I'll put this under the light. I'll give it probably 5 minutes just to be on the safe side while I'm mixing my resin. And then hopefully once it's cured, if I have any other areas that I gotta clean up, I can do that at that time. Now, I thought I would make more of a mess on the inside, but I'm making more of a mess on this outside. And then I was thinking, do I do the base in the, like a layer of this glitter? But I think we'll just stick with, although I could put some of this in the regular resin for the bottom and have it have a red base. That might work. You know what? I probably should have put this in a piping bag. Kind of late now. I'm just about done doing the outside rim. And I definitely have way too much glitter, but that's fine. I will just put it somewhere where light doesn't get to it. And it will be good when we need more. So I don't know if all the glitter spots are gonna be clear or not. I'm not. You know, we might have some specks of glitter. I'm not sure here. All right. So we will see by the time we demold this if we have a disaster or if it doesn't look too bad. You know, because that's the thing with glitter is once you get it down, it kind of just goes everywhere. All right. So I want to mix up 2 little bits of green, and we're not going to need much, but I do want 2 different shades. And I'm just gonna try to pour a little. Come on. Come on. Oh. All right, I think that's going to be better. All right. Now let's get the other green in this cup. And this one's just about empty. All right, so let's hang on here. I'm gonna take another clean paper towel. All right, I'll have to take tape after. So let's just get our stem done. So I want this part here to be the dark green. And then we're going to put the other green on the outside and on the other part of the leaf. So it'll look like it's a two-tone leaf. And hopefully there's enough of the contrast in these two greens to do what I want it to do. And I got this mold on Amazon. I will put the link in the description if anybody wants to get it. And if these greens merge a little bit, I'm not too concerned. So I'm trying to get it in the thicker spots and then drag it into the thinner. Now see here, it's pulling apart. That means it needs more. Okay. I'm gonna move that red because I am going to spill it. And Okay. I think we've filled in everything we need to. So I'm going to put this in, I am going to give it a little bit of a spritz just to kind of pop any bubbles, because this is way too thin to try to torch or anything. So I'm going to put it in my light for 5 minutes, and then I will get my other resin mixed up and we will get this poured. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so what I did is I cured it. It's totally cured. And I'm just taking some tape and like slowly trying to get the edges. I mean, I'm sure I'm not getting all of it, but if I can get the most of it. And then as I'm mixing the 4 ounces, I'm like, you know what? I think it's gonna take more than 4 ounces. So I mixed up another couple and I've got it sitting there. So this actually cleaned up really good, guys. I gotta be careful, but so hopefully we will have a cute little piece. All right, let me just put my little scrape of things back. Trying to get the glitter off is always the fun part. So I ran it through the debubbler, but what I should have done is ran it through my warmer beforehand to make sure that it had warmed up. And this one I'm not going to worry about because I think I'm going to put the red glitter in this one. I'm thinking I'm not going to need all of that though. So let me just divide that in half. Let me grab a paper cup here. And yeah, I'm gonna go with this. So we're gonna pour the red glitter in here, and that's why I'm not too worried about the bubbles, because you're not going to see it through here anyways. And I will put some glue just because I don't want it to completely sink. All right, I think that's gonna be good because my stick is not showing. So I will get the glue, and I'm gonna we'll start with just 1 drop and see. I'm thinking I'm gonna need 2, but maybe not. Oh, maybe not. No, 1 was perfect. So it's usually one drop per ounce. So I think we're gonna be good there. And I probably have still got too much. Oh gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just gonna stop there. And we're gonna just take our stick. Oops. All right. Oh my gosh, I got way too much. And I don't really have anything else that's like Valentine's Day kind of. All right, let me just move that out of the way. Oh my gosh, we got way too much. All right, now my resin is debubbled. And that's the only thing, when you kind of guess, you don't really know until you know. Oh, goodness gracious. Got a few bubbles, but I can use, and I have just a little bit of this. Oh, and I got a hair in here. Hang on. Yuck. All right. And this can take a little bit more. So I'm thinking this takes about 4.5, that probably a half. So probably 5 ounces, you'd be pretty safe. Because I still have like an ounce of that red. And hopefully my alcohol is absorbed. And there is a little bit of that glitter floating, so, oop. And don't stick your lighter in your resin. And it's just, once you work with glitter, it gets into everything. So I'm just trying to work those bubbles like closer to the top surface. And I'm gonna get my little small torch, because that one's a little easier to and I'm just trying to stay in the middle. All right. And that, it's gonna continue to debubble anyways, but I wanted to get the bulk of them. So I need to get something for the rest of this red. And this can use like a little bit more, but I don't dare even try to tip the cup, because with the glue it's gloopy, and I don't want to have a whole bunch of cleaning if I can help it. All right, so that it's a little bit domed, but not a lot. So I'm hoping the base will still fit in there. So let me find something to do with this. Let me see. And that's like an ounce, so well, I love these little baby axolotls, so let's see if we have enough to fill it. I don't know. It's getting late, and this is a matte mold, so, and I'm probably not gonna have enough. But so I don't know how this is gonna look in here. So what I will do, I really don't want to mix up another ounce. I'm like scraping any little bit I can find here, guys. And I guess we'll just fill them up on the next pour. That's all. And that's an empty cup. All right. Why do I have hair everywhere? maybe what I'll do is in the morning when I get up, I will just mix like a ½ ounce of the 1 hour fast cure and top it off. So yeah, we'll see. All right, guys, and that is pretty much it. I will see you guys when it is time to demold, and you will see how this looks. Alrighty, guys, I'll be right back. Hey, guys, it is the next day. I ended up not filling this. I'm going to fill it with the next project. So let's just see how this came out. Oh, I love that red. That red is so pretty. And there's really no trimming that needs to be done on that. So that is good. All right, let's see how this plaque came out. Oh, that came out better than I thought, guys. And does it fit? And it fits. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. And then it just sits there. Of course, it's still a little bendy right now, but okay, and that is as far as it goes in. Okay. So yeah, that is how this looks, guys. It is absolutely beautiful. I was thinking of, you know, maybe doing something on the outside, but I'm not. And there's a little bit of a ridge right here, but I think I'm going to wait until it's a little bit firmer before I even attempt that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I will definitely be doing some more of these. We can do different colored roses. I like how that came out. This is definitely a little bit thicker resin than this. But it still looks really, really good. I like it when I do a project and I really like it. Usually those are the ones that some people don't like. But yeah, so this is just a little tiny bit tacky. I'm going to put it under the light and cure it. And that is it, guys. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are and give me some suggestions for maybe some other colors that we could do. Because this is really, really cute. And this took like, what, 4.5? All right. So I'm going to just write on here so I don't forget. Because you guys know my pea brain. I'm just going to put 5 ounces. And I hate it. This one's not working. Where is my little skinny dude? Right here. I mean, this won't stay on there, but at least I know try to put it on 2 different places. So yeah. Alrighty, guys, that does it for me, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.